Now this, my dear friend, is called advertising. Here we have Soriana paint, and we're fixing the kitchen. Now, while I'm fixing the kitchen, I want to talk to you Negroes about copyright. Salty. Sultry. What are we doing today? We are fixing this kitchen with this young man that, of course, is not going to help me. But that's okay. I'm not asking him to. And we're going to do the best we can. Let's see what we're doing with the ceiling. Oh, here we go. Hi there. Now that is just color. We just need some color to offset the enormous dark, dreary, grease-infested corners. See the corners are pretty much the bottoms of the corners are pretty much all fucked up with grease, and I don't mind grease. Grease is a beautiful thing, but not in my walls. So to make this grease less greasy, we're gonna give some color. We're gonna give some color. Cobwebs are okay. I like spiders. But this bloody thing, whatever happened here, needs color. It was too much. It's not psychedelic enough. So now we're gonna fix the kitchen and put some more symbols. Now, for the symbols, I have chosen runes. We'll do sigils too, but some runes and sigils. And can you name these symbols? Well, there is actually two symbols that are hidden. There is one symbol. Küche Gott. Diese Küche Gott sieht. I was missing the C. My German is less than perfect. So, what can you say about that kitchen?
Another.
She hides.
Yeah.
Why? She has her own channel, and she doesn't want to be in mine. Can you believe that? Lucifer, can you explain that to me? Can you explain why she doesn't want to participate in my channel? No? Yes? Why? Well, say something then. Don't just look at me. Why? Annoy you? So when I smoke dope, I annoy her. It's a weird thing. She likes to smoke it well. I don't negate her that right. She's 18 or 19. I annoy her. Just as my mother used to annoy me when she smoked. And I didn't. When I smoked, actually. She annoyed me when I smoked. That's mother's ghost possessing her. Happens very quickly, but nobody sees it. People don't see things because they're not high enough. See the kitchen? I'm wondering if I should clean it or have them clean it. Clean it? And I'm watching orders. I'll clean the kitchen. I got some time on this. I'm kind of annoyed today because my cell phone died. And it died yesterday when I was doing a video. I like cleaning the kitchen, by the way. Having a clean kitchen gives you great pleasure. So, yeah, my cell phone died. It was just over. Couldn't get it to work. Oh, I wanted to put pink here. Let me just put a little pink here. Because look, what I'm actually trying to do make the filth look less filthy. At least on the surface. Filthy hippies. Filthy hippies. Yeah. I mean, guys, just let's take a look at our society, shall we? I work 6 days a week, 8 hours a day for this water. This is the water that comes out of my faucet. Why should that burn down Mexico City? Why should we burn down the world? What fairness, what reason, what logic is there for such pathetic reality? Kali Yuga, the age of greed, people fucking around with being richer than others. And the result is that a huge number of people out here work 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, to bathe in that type of water. Is there something wrong with that? Can you tell me, guys, honestly, YouTubers, whoever's watching this, whoever's being a witness to it, is this the way to live? Now, my idea has always been to be mobile. Mobility is lacked easier on the eyes than having to defend the castle. But when you have family, when you have kids, and you feel responsible and you want to help, you try not to let them live like that. You try to make their lives better. It's logical. Never really in our hands. It's never really up to us. We can only do what we can do. We can do it. So, some spiders there when you get into space, so they can go from this end to that end. I like spiders. They eat other bugs, especially the ones that make spider webs. They don't harm anything. They stay in their space and they eat bugs that sometimes bite us. So I appreciate their company. Little jumpers too, but sometimes they get squished by accident. So, me, annoying old me. Hi there, who's there? Jason. Buenas noches, don Robin. Chucky Chan. Hola, Robin. Me gusta cuando pintas las paredes. ¿Sí, verdad? Sí, a mí también. A mí también me gusta pintar paredes. Las paredes blancas no las puedo. No. Como he pasado demasiado tiempo detrás de paredes blancas con una sola luz, prefiero olvidar que existen lo más posible. Ella nunca ha pasado paredes blancas con una sola luz, creo. No le ha tocado, gracias a Dios. Espero que nunca le toque. A ver, vamos a profundizar nuestros pensamientos ya que estamos todos aquí. ¿Por qué diablos? Why do I annoy her when I smoke? And why did Mom annoy me when I smoked? It's this kind of crazy energy, the unpredictability that happens when you smoke, right? You say things, you do things that you otherwise wouldn't do or say. And you do it with a lot of freedom. That's spoken is about freedom. But what is the key to making that freedom not aggressive towards others? To make it a freedom that is just lovely, it's just fun, How can we get into the depth of that darkness that you see in profound psychedelics? what is it? What's the strongest? Methadone? The darkness of methadone. How can we have fun in the darkness? How can we go beyond ourselves into a space of enjoyment? You know, enjoying, for instance, washing the dishes. Well, the key to do it was to smoke more. And it being my day for smoking, that's what we're gonna do. Smoke and paint. Seating needs a little bit more. Seating is very complicated, by the way. Seating is a lot of work. So I'm gonna climb. I think I gotta do at least that corner and that corner before I finish the seating. Yes. The smell is strong. Hey. What shall we put there? Just pray all swastikas. They are so protective. Sudarshan chakra. You know, let's get some Sudarshan chakras in the kitchen. So, Poos, Hindus, India, Pakis, Chinaman. Who are you people? I am a Mississippi bug cracker. I'm one of those creatures that grew up in the deep south, where they had trees upon which most peculiar fruit did hang. That's where I grew up, in one of those trees, in one of those places. And Grandma B, let's talk about Grandma B, because I said something on 4chan, and I like 4chan, man. 4chan is going to get B sent today. 4chan is, especially Poll, is honest. You know, it's an honest, where people speak honestly about what they feel. Political correctness is censoring us from being honest about our feelings. Very dangerous thing. Slopey road. Because we must auto-censor ourselves a little bit. We do have to sometimes, not be assholes. Especially if you're living on the streets and there's all types of people of all types of colors. And they may just decide to kick your ass one day because they don't like, smart ass crackers like yourself. So, yeah. So, gotta behave, gotta self-censor. But, in that self-censorship, there has to be also a truthness and honesty of our feelings, especially, primarily, among family. We tend to censor ourselves from our families so much. We swallow so many things we want to tell them, and we do it because we're good and noble and loving. Sometimes it's a good reason to smoke a joint and chill the fat. Oh, and grandma as ghost. Ah. All right, now one more corner and we're done with the kitchen. Then we'll clean it. That's the polite thing to do. Oh, that's the sweet thing to do. Yeah, so I've been told that I'm an asshole. Most of them, people that love me dearly. It's hard, it's difficult. It is good, because I wouldn't expect anything less of them. That is the very nature of love. And yeah, I try to be less an asshole. No, I am who I am. I either like me or you don't. I don't ask you to change. Don't ask me to change. But If I can harmonize and I can make less difficult and I can help somehow prevent us from slaughtering each other, oh, I always do that too. Because it's difficult. Otherwise, I don't think I fit there. I'm going to need Boyd to do that. Yeah. I was going to do this one. That's the entrance, you know. When I enter the kitchen, you got to know the right symbols. That's the deal. Like, what do they call them? I love this one. See if you fit in on this one. I mean, if you know, you know. So, yeah, the age of discord, the age of Kali. The animal attacked in the age of Kali is the cow. They break 3 of her legs. Elevate your thinking and you elevate your being. The age of Kali, Kali Yuga. Believe it or not. Dharma is religiosity, being religious about something. Ritualistic, say, ritual. There are rituals for everything. There are rituals for sex, rituals for dying, rituals for eating. There's all types of rituals. Somebody like Jordan Peterson embraces the ritualistic because he recognizes the power to influence specific and necessary behavior for the species. However, we have come at a crossroads in our species with the internet. We know too much. You have to choose. We have to choose between gay or straight, Christian or Muslim, Satanist, drug addict, whatever you may be. You have to choose. And we have to choose not only for ourselves, but for everybody. You have to choose a side, so to speak. And the side we choose has to reflect what we most love. What we most love has to be in harmony with itself. Otherwise, we are doomed. We are destroyed. We are finished. We are kaput. Choosing is a matter of little bits, little things. Wunjo. Ansus. Jera. Here. Arcana Radio. I don't know them yet. I don't have a relationship to each one yet, because they should. They could. There's a lot of symbols to learn. A lot of symbols to share. And a lot of symbols to prepare. Luna Bella, ¿no te regaña tu casero por rayar las paredes? Él y yo tuvimos palabras una vez. Y su renta iba a estar a tiempo, 4,000 pesos. Y a cambio, si tenemos una disputa, nos agarramos a putazos y ya. Así va a ser. No nos hace falta agarrar los putazos todavía. No creo que ha venido aquí a hacerme la de pedo. No quiere que le tiremos las llaves al de la basura y al del el agua. Y tengo un problema con eso, pero no es grave. No es insoportable. No es de matarse todavía. Vivo en Iztapalacra, vivo en Santa Marta, Iztapalapa. Es un lugar lleno de drogos, prostitutas, mafiosos, carteles. Probablemente el más peligroso de México, después de Tepito, centro. Quería estar en el centro, pero no se me dio, me vine para acá, para Texcoco y Nezahualcóyotl, que está aquí a 3 cuadras. La Nesa, la famosa Nesa, ¿no? Donde tanto, en la capital del feminicidio del planeta Tierra, donde más mujeres son asesinadas en el planeta Tierra hoy. Son muy machos los mexicanos. Son muy machos los mexicanos. Sí me gusta México, por eso me gusta México. Son gente de corazón abierto. No se esconden detrás de fachadas. No se van con mamadas. Piratas, rateros, drogadictos, los peores de los peores, mis vecinos. No creo que sería mejor de otra manera. La gente, si no le buscas bronca, no te la da. Muchos ya la traen, la tienen que lidiar, ¿no? Pero generalmente si tienes a alguien con quien estás haciendo negocios o con quien tienes un trato, con quien tienes un acuerdo, si no las últimas consecuencias, esa es la manera en que hay que vivir. Otras cosas no. Nunca he tenido que llegar a las últimas consecuencias con nadie. Creo que tengo a Dios a agradecer eso. Y sí, creo en Dios. No estoy seguro cómo lo veo, muy confundido sobre qué es Dios, pero en esa gran oscuridad de la que acabo de platicar con un amigo, que llega con el sapo, además. Es que no hay nada más. No hay nada más. Sí, sí hay algo más. Es cuando regresas de esa oscuridad. Sí, es donde ves las cosas por lo que realmente son. Belleza, armonía, limpieza, paz, tranquilidad, amor. Y todo lo que lo pone. Todo lo opuesto a eso. También. Dualidad. Sí, mi trabajo fuerte está quedando muy claro. Es el sapo de Sonora. Creo que ahí está en donde está. Ahí está en mi cama, ahí lo comparto, ¿no? Este en verdad es el sapo Sonora. Y la culebra, pues es Quetzalcóatl. Quetzalcóatl. Es Cuculcán. Es, tiene muchos nombres la culebra. Pero ahí está, este es mi paraíso. Aquí es mi paraíso. Aquí descanso yo. Esta es mi montaña, la boca del mundo, ¿no? La boca del mundo. A los pies de las pirámides. No, a los pies de los volcanes. A los pies de los volcanes, chicos y chicas. Y es donde estoy realmente. A los pies de los volcanes. ¿Y ustedes dónde están? ¿Qué hacen? ¿Cómo les va? Bueno, tenemos una camita que le hace falta pinturita. La pintura protege los materiales inorgánicos de la decomposición, porque es tan asesina que mata hasta las bacterias. Y claro, el poder atómico destruye hasta las almas, dicen por ahí algunos. No vas a salir, gota, gota gata. Voy a limpiar un poco mi cuarto. Sin fumar bote, limpiar mi cuarto. Hola, Robin. Me gusta. No te regaña tu casero por el saco Kurtgame. Sos nazi. Sos nazi. Tengo muchas concordancias con el Partido Nacional Socialista de los Trabajadores Alemanes en muchos de sus ideologías políticas, sí. No confío en los sistemas políticos, confío en las gentes, confío en las gentes, ¿no? El poder tiene una tendencia a corromper a la gente. O sea, grandes idealistas, cuando consiguen sus propósitos, um, traicionan sus ideales, traicionan sus objetivos, ¿no? Profundos. Entonces le tengo mucho respeto a ese pedo, ¿no? Um, tengo mucho respeto a ese pedo. Sí. Pero sí comparto con muchas ideologías del Partido Nacional Socialista Alemán. Y económicamente, pues nadie les ganó, ¿no? Levantaron a Alemania así. Destrozaron a Alemania para levantarla, pero la levantaron. Esa misma energía pudo haber sido identificaron una maldad en la economía y fueron derechos sobre esa maldad. Lucharon y perdieron. Y en vez de convertirse en el dragón, se convirtieron en el caballero, porque el dragón y el caballero son el mismo en el fondo. No hay tanta diferencia entre el nacionalsocialista y el socialista, el comunista. La diferencia es la creencia o la ideología de que hay una raza y que hay que proteger esa raza. um, esa ideología, y ese es el nacionalismo. El nacionalismo no es de naciones tipo tierra, sino sangre. La nación no es la tierra, es la sangre. Magia de sangre. Se les fue de las manos también un poco. Sospecho que eventualmente van a ganar, además, porque efectivamente hay razas humanas, es igual que hay razas de gatos, hay razas de caballos, hay razas de todos tipos. Y las razas superiores se van elevando por sí mismas, van dominando y esclavizando a las otras. Y eso es triste, pero real. Y cuando son atacadas, la más fuerte gana, siempre. Es como funciona. Ahora, les voy a decir una cosa muy importante. El mestizaje ahorita es el más fuerte, es el más numeroso. La no raza o la raza dorada que la llaman los pensadores, ¿no? Entonces, pues, quién sabe qué pedo, quién sabe cómo va la cuenta. Mamá solía decir, y mamá era muy sabia y tenía muchas razón en muchas cosas, que la Segunda Guerra Mundial nunca terminó, porque nunca terminó la Primera Guerra Mundial. ¿Cómo es esta pintura? La pintura es para vencer la humedad de la tela de mi colchón. Le da un extra um, layer de material, este material, y eso previene que el hongo o el musgo, el material vivo, penetre y se coma el material muerto. Es un poco triste, pero en el caso de este particularísimo salucita, es noche de cerveza. Ya dejé de hacer estas, creo que no voy a seguir haciendo estas vulgaridades, ya me cansaron. Estoy tirando esto en la basura, pero bueno, igual y todavía alguna que otra. Desde lo que pasó ahí con Carita 2000, las Carita 2000, tan fuertes mis pelos. Ah, vivimos en el paraíso, chicos, y lo pensamos como que fuera el infierno. Es todo súper real. ¿Y la moto? Navidad. Hay que hacer regalos de Navidad. Sos mi ídolo. John Paco, mira esa burra. ¿Qué burra? Creo que después gastarás mucho en pintura para tapar todo eso. Hey. No, quiero, ya le dije al dueño, quiero comprar este apartamento. Aquí murió mi madre. Y yo no le tengo apego a los lugares, pero sí a los fantasmas. Y los fantasmas se apegan a lugares. Entonces, si anda por ahí flotando mi madre, quiero tener este lugar para compartirlo con ella. Mínimo hasta que muera yo, como en hotel. Ese pisigatos, mírales gatitos. Que le gusta jugar a la pelota conmigo. Entonces me trae su juguete favorito. ¿Saben cuál es su juguete favorito? Es un pedazo de mazorca de maíz, de una esquite. Y si se lo tiro por esa puerta, a ver si la vemos. Sale a echar por él. Y en poco tiempo va a regresar y lo va a traer. Y me lo va a traer como si fuera un perro. Es un juego que jugaba con Demencia y ahora juego con Lucifer. ¿Qué les dije? ¿Dónde está? Ah, aquí lo traes. ¿Dónde lo traes? ¿Dónde fue? ¿De dónde fue? Ahí tráelo, pinche Lucifer. Ven por él, ándale. Ahí te lo va a traer. Mientras tanto, vamos a pintar la cama. Lo que me queda. Namo Shivaya. 420. Pues, ¿qué les puedo decir? Aquí estamos pintando mi cama. Momentos históricos muy interesantes. Se desconectó mi compu, lo voy a conectar de nuevo. En 420. Time to clean the pipe. But I don't want to do it right now. I want to paint this thing over here. So it won't rot. Just where the water is. That kind of wet. Moisture brings out mushrooms. Mushrooms eat the cloth. I'm out of a bed, so to protect the bed, a little spray paint, and you're ready to go. And since I have the bed all fucked up, I can bring it to this side and maybe wash or sweep over here with a broom, which is a nice thing. So, guys, Merry Christmas. Merry what to do? A Christmas special of everybody singing Christmas carols. But Nekix GF, eres mi ídolo, no le hagas caso a la chavalada que es mal pedo. No le hago caso a nadie, ni a los buenos ni a los malos. Me hago caso a mí. Desde hace muchos años. ¿De qué quieren hablar? A ver, ¿cuánta gente hay aquí? 2 personas. No sé quién está aquí, pero quien está aquí, ¿de qué quieren hablar? Saquen un tema al aire. A ver, está saliendo gente aquí. Mok Unju, Robin from 4chan class. You're the best. Well, thank you. Thank you. There used to be 8chan, 122chan, 155chan, 188chan, and then in the really funky days of the internet, Teoxy.org and Lyceum.org. Long gone, Teoxy and Lyceum. They were like Silk Road, but on speed. And I remember my Deoxy days like they were yesterday. I was younger back then. Beard was black. You know. Mokunju, salud, compadre. Gracias. Mokunju, kek, 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 kek. Rabbit, rabbit, kek. That's the kek. Salute is up. I can't do it. But it's a, you know. Wait a minute. Let's do a kek salute. Here we go. No, not keki enough. I need better beer. Kek. All right, guys. So let's. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I need to sweep. I got the bed up, so let's sweep. Just put the bed up this way while the paint dries. And I'll put the paint on that side. And maybe. Yeah. Shit. So, I want you to know your opinion. By the way, if you don't know my Ringo family, allow me to introduce to you oh shit, I That's a kick. That's a kick. Now that came from the soul. All right, guys. Let me introduce you to my family. And there, that's my dad, the great Omar. My dad, I love you. You're the kid sister. That's her mom, Jenny. And that's the mom of Jenny's boyfriend who took off. Yeah, she's still there. So this is Sash and this is Jenny and that's Omar. I think your name was Anna, right? You skipped in there in my photo, so welcome to my family. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice kid. Yeah, chance. So, I've been meditating on my death. And over the last time that that's fine. Thank you. Where I lay down and die. And I'm against that pine tree standing up there in the back of this pine tree. And of course, there's a lot more trees and a lot more snow. There's a lot of snow when I die. That's for sure. Obviously, there is no snow in the ground where I die. There's snow around me, but there's no snow in the ground where I die. It's called the Zen death meditation. You have to meditate profoundly on how, when, and where, and when you die. Zen meditate death meditation. I've recommended the meditation to my dad, to my mom, to all my nieces and nephews, to everybody I meet. I recommend the Zen death meditation because it's one way to not worry about when you're going to die that day, right? Today. So, yeah. Omaha. Have you guys read the Omaha Chronicles? Yeah. I'm working on the El Libro de Robbing the Lollipop City 4450. That's only going to be one copy, the original. That's why I'm doing it by hand. Because when you write, it's kind of like an inspiration, it's a muse, something that comes from very far. And when you write a book, you don't write the book for of course, you write to sell the book, that's evident. But actually, a real writer doesn't write to sell a book. He writes because it needs to be different. Lovecraft didn't sell books. He could have done other things that made more money. He wrote books. It's like meditation. It's from meditation. Too much garbage down here. We need the brown get back. No school tomorrow. Over this. When is baby due? I don't know. When is baby due? Caen. No hablo gringo, soy de escuela pública. Aprende inglés, Caen, aprende inglés. Chamacos estos, todo el día escuchándome hablar inglés. Todo el día sin parar hablando inglés. ¿Crees que aprenderían un poco, no? Pues igual aquí. Caen aún ustedes mi ídolo. Ídolo. No quiero ser un ídolo, chicos. No me idolatré. No me idolatré. No creo. No, ídolos son demoníacos, son medio. Como dice la Biblia, no adoréis ídolos, ni de piedra, ni de. No idolices, no idolatres. Idolátrate a ti, búscate a ti como tu propio ídolo, busca lo que es en ti. eso, ¿no? Súbete a propia cama. Sí, la gente no pinta sus casas porque les da miedo tener que dejar atrás ¿cómo se llama? Depósito. Sí, la gente quiere siempre que se mueve de un apartamento quiere su depósito de regreso. Ah, Dios. Estas cosas son para mí tan insignificantes en el fondo. Todo esto es basura. Todo lo que tenemos, todo lo que hacemos es basura. No queda nada. Cenizas, quedan cenizas de todo esto. Entonces disfrútalo cuando lo tengo, ¿no? Ahorita lo estoy disfrutando un chingo. Pues aquí estoy en mi castillo, con mis montañas de montañas de ¿cómo se llama? Helado de strawberries. ¿Cómo se dice strawberries en español? Um, how do you say strawberries in Spanish? Damn it. Fresas. Helado de fresa. Helado de fresa. Y esa es la boca del mundo. Boca del mundo. Ahí está San Juditas que se peló ahí el cabrón, no sé qué pedo. Protegiendo a las dos espadas, yo creo. Y la suma tortiza y el loco, los amantes. La Virgen de Guadalupe no puede estar. Esa madre tomar 5 litros, ¿no? Madre. Te parto la madre, hija de la pinche madre de Lucifer. Te parto la madre, ¿eh? En serio. Ese mapa ni me lo toque, ¿eh? Te estoy viendo a ti, cabrón. Te parto la madre, pendeja. Deja mi mapa de Lollipop, sí. Tú le partes la madre por mí. Tú le partes la madre. Pinche Lucifer. Este es mi mapa y ella se lo quiere comer. Ese mapa me ha tomado mucho tiempo hacerlo. No. La verdad es que no confío. Adiós. Los gatos también se sienten felices en su casa. Claro, claro, hay que darles felicidad a nuestros gatos. Hay que querer nuestro gran amor. Wonderful family. Moloch. Reina. Minotauro. Siempre he tenido un gran cariño a los minotauros. Hay más de uno. Moloch ciertamente es uno de ellos, es una de sus formas. La vaca dorada, la de los judíos, hay que ver vacas doradas y todo eso, pero también la vaca que le rompen las piedras Cali, o sea, los bovinos, ¿no? Los minotauros, anteriores a los españoles, sí, todos. Atlantis, creo que en Atlantis. Mira, yo, I was actually for you, Mokunju. Mokunju, check this out, buddy. Oh no. Oh, what are we doing? These are purple Flor de Manto seeds, and these are blue Flor de Manto seeds. So I can have a trip out of this. This is still missing some, but I haven't been able to get it to flower had a bad time trying to get it to take root, but certainly my purple have taken root. And I have more than enough for not one, not two, but 3 trips, I think. Enough for 3 trips. So I'm thinking Christmas time, New Year's, that's my New Year's special. Welcome, 2021, and the ultimate fulfillment or failure of Agenda 21 and the 2/3 of ban and all that jazz. Let's see who wins, and what they win, and how they win, and whether. But that's, there's a zombie apocalypse outside, and you're happy in your own room. When the zombies come to eat your brains, you'll probably have a little bit better chance of surviving than if you're not really happy. My point of view. Right? Dementia? So the prophecies are very startling. The dead will rise from their tombs. Giant lizards will come out of the bottom of the earth to eat us. And in the sky. Wrote all about it. It's all in there in my books. If you like to read? Well, go ahead and read my novels. And maybe it's something totally entirely different. Who knows? I hope, I truly honestly hope, not just for me, but for everybody out there, that 2021 does cause an irreversible change in all our lives. And I'm going to tell you why. There's too much sadness in the world. There's too much sadness. There's too much anxiety, depression, um, pain, anguish. This world has been brought to us has been made so dirty with toxic feelings that it's kind of, you know, not fair. Not fair for our species, not fair for all the other species. When you see a tiger hunting down a gazelle, there's a respect in that. There's a there's a knowing, there's a brotherhood, a sisterhood. You know, we have turned this world into a kind of machine shop of horrors, with cars and cars. Everybody looking at these stupid little things called TVs instead of looking at each other. We're all guilty of it, not making anybody responsible. We all have our 10 cents invested in this. Um, let's change it. Let's make it go boom boom. Let's make it go bye bye. Let's make it go bye bye. Saluda. Saluda. Ahí, aquí donde se mira. Ahí te ves. ¿Te miras? ¿Ese eres tú? That's you. I'm trying to see what's happening. I love it. Oh no! No! Goodbye, Cat Stevens. Shall we paint some swastikas on my bed? Yeah. Let's paint some swastikas on my bed. Okay, let's spray paint. Let's spray paint. So, let's talk about love. Let's talk about loving profoundly. Let's talk about hope. You know what? Hope. I was going to pontificate on hope the other day, but I have no time to write, so I'll just talk about it. Okay? Meow. Cats, cats. I just love cats. I miss my cat. What happened to your cat, Mokuju? Mokuju? Mokunju? What happened to your cat? You had a cat? I had a Hitler cat. I had a Hitler cat in Orlando named Nietzsche. Nietzsche was. I let him go. I had to go. I had to leave Orlando. I let him. He was a. He got wild enough. He was a wild cat, but he was actually not a wild cat. And I miss him. I had to let him go though. I had things to do in Colorado. To go write a screenplay in Colorado. Actually, I had to write a screenplay of my life. Colorado. Rage storm. The zombie invasion. And they had a lot of zombies after that. Never got paid for it. I was going to get paid for that one. I had Tony Brewster, the bud, my man, my Negro, and he was my agent. I had an agent, literal agent, literal screenplay agent, and had a good script. And Tony one day comes to me and he says, "Rob, I got some bad news for you." I said, "What happened, Tony? Have you watched 28 Days?" I said, "No, why?" "It's your screenplay." I said, "What? Tony, what are we going to do?" "Well, Rob, there's nothing we can do." "Why?" "It's copyrighted. Everything's copyrighted. Everything's legit, right? You're my agent, right?" "No, can't do nothing. We don't have the money for the lawsuit. We couldn't win it." And that broke my heart. And I watched the movie and I said, "Oh, yeah, okay, I wrote this." Shit, Hollywood. Shit, Hollywood. Hollywood. Fucking shitty Hollywood. Fucking shitty Hollywood. Studios. You know what's shitty about Hollywood? I love Hollywood. The shittiest part about Hollywood, guys, is that I love Hollywood. Absolutely adore Hollywood. Ministerium propaganda. How can you not love it? It's, you know, Ministerium propaganda. It's just, and created, obviously, by certain families to protect their interests above all others, because Goebbels, Goebbels was no fool. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly how to hypnotize the German people with movies, motion pictures, the various studios. Not to be outdone, the Americans created Hollywood. And then, of course, there is Walt Disney and his best buddy, Henry Ford. It's, that's what it is. What do we do? Who do we do? What do we do? What do we say? What do we say it? Antifa, Don't Lives Matter, Democratic Convention, Donald Trump, 4chan, Keg, the Oxy Lyceum, Silk Road, the Deep Web, YouTube, Yahoo, Angel Fire. God, you guys remember Angel Fire? That was a trip. That was a trip. That was a trip. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's all illusion, fantasy, emptiness. Nothing to it. Smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. Reality is what we make of it. Reality is what we make of it. Make your own bed and sleep in it. Okay? Make your own bed and sleep in it. God, I love the small paint. Ooh. Bring the crackhead out of me. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. What's going on? cute. All right, how many people? Two people. Okay, probably CIA and FBI, or KGB and NSA, or no, Facebook and YouTube. The fifth power has taken upon itself to take over the world. Run for your lives. You're all going to be property of Facebook. What's the truth? What's the lie? Can any of you speak truthfully to me of what they know to be true with absolute certainty? I can't. I wouldn't even begin to dare to tell you that I know the truth. Because it's too complicated. There's too many elements. There's too much to think of. The subject at hand for my pontification was. Wait, I have it here. Let's find out. So I just wrote it down. I wanted to pontificate on it. Old project men should pontificate. What was it that I was going to pontificate about? What is worth talking about? Have some new people though. That's nice. My computer's very slow, so I have to see what I was going to pontificate about. The stream is coming to its end. I was not done my painting for that. I'm going to actually lay down and probably get some clonazepam on me because I've been smoking like a fracking freight engine and I'm going to have a heart attack tonight. So, let's see here. And a great subject. Put it right at the back of it. Ooh, I should see the new one here. Hope. Oh, I was going to pontificate on hope. Having hope in something. Well, if you look around my room, my fucking hope is all in those words. I'm folk. Now, wait, am I even pointing to them? Oh, sorry. There we go. My hope is right there. That's what I wake up to see in the window. I'm folk. Zwei Katze. I'm folk. Why I'm folk? Because I do love order. I'm a very orderly person, psychedelically orderly. Um, I'm a Pisces, so I'm a totally addictive personality. And I feel the internet, if the internet has given us anything, is the fact that we are one great human family. And if you look at my family, you can definitely see that. I mean, I have a Chinese sister, I have a Mexican sister, I have a German sister. There she is over there. Man, what is going on with that one? Kitty cat. She got the kitty cat blues. Anyways, if we don't love each other, we have to kill each other. We don't have absolute 100% love and care because what we're doing to each other is not good. We're doing a lot of harm to each other. My mother's death was the most hopeless situation I've ever been in. She died, and I knew she was dying, and I reminded her every day that she was going to die, and I tried to have her meditate on her own death so she could squeeze through it. She could go through it easy, you know. And at the very end, it was hard. She didn't want to go. She was terrified. Abandoned hope, all ye who enter here, is the phrase in hell, right? No hope. So there's no hope in dying. You lose hope as you die because you feel there's nothing left but death. I long ago decided that there was a great conflict in the universe. In fact, I decided when I was a child, about 4 years old, between love and hate, good and evil. And then, as I matured, I thought that the battle, the conflict is between love and death, because hate takes us automatically to death. And then, as I grew even wiser and older, and more frustrated with my inability to conquer the world, I realized that death and love came together. They were one and the same. They were one and the same. You can't separate death from love because what causes pain is the death of those we love. And it's unavoidable. You're going to happen. It's going to happen to all of us. Sooner or later, we will all face the death of a loved one. So all our hopes for eternal life, for mystical solutions, for life after death, really, really, really boil down to the hope that we'll see our loved ones again after death. Love and death. And the phrase in hell says, abandon hope, O ye who enter here, very wisely so, because what if they're not there? What if it really is it? And life is hell. And we are all already dead. Love conquers death. That's the great secret. The very fact that we're alive, that there is life right now in this world, is an act of love. And it comes from an act of love. So there you have it. Now, shall we continue the talking? Nagaloka, the creation of a race of beings older and wiser than mankind. Hope and folk. Planet Nagaloka is where folks go. I need to clean this pipe tonight. I need to smoke. Planet Nagaloka is where the lizard folk, sorry, the serpent folk. Lizard folk is actually also in there. Serpent folk. Serpent folk. Nagas. Naga lords were the other true trollers of time. Nagaloka is a zoo for races of men. The elemental ginger colony that I've been asking for in 4chan for years. So there's always gingers around somewhere. I believe there was gingers here in this continent before the um, before the white man came, or the red man came, and they lived in caves and they ate people. It's just a ginger thing to do. I believe they were exterminated by the red man. They were given a choice at some point in a great battle in a cave somewhere in Virginia or somewhere there. They were saying, look, guys, surrender and we won't burn you in the cave. And they didn't surrender, so they burned them in the cave. Gingers don't usually surrender. I have gingers in my dad's family, side of the family. A lot of gingers. Grandma was a little bit ginger. So, extinction, genocide, all that shit. It's real. How many pygmies are there left? Is anybody worried about the pygmies? Not Black lives matter, but do pygmy lives matter? Ask yourself that. Do Rapa Nui lives matter? Ask yourself. We need reservations of people who marry their cousins to preserve their race, species. Some of them are so different from us that could be called a different species. Maybe there's some this big and we haven't seen them yet because we don't understand how to respect their safe space. Maybe the little green men know that we're a bunch of assholes who like to exterminate each other all the time. And they do us a great favor by not exterminating us. Will we be exterminated? That's the hope part of it. That's the hope. I hope to see gingers 1,000 years from now. Common sense tells me that it's not an achievable goal, but there was rhinos, and there was woolly mammoths once. Oh, there was dinosaurs. Will there be a day without humans on planet Earth? What is human? What is human?
ask yourselves that. That will be the answer to the question. So, in the end, just an old man rambling on with nothing better to do than to scratch his balls and look at all the swastikas he painted on his own. We're a little crazy. An octopus with his ink. An octopus throwing ink at him. Oh, God. Let's survive the zombie apocalypse. Let's go on to planet Earth post civilization. See what we can build. Shall we? See you later, guys.